you know when you hop into a relationship, like everybody has baggage, right? And you're willing to accept that person even though they have baggage. Well, in my case, my wife came with this baggage right here. Right here, this little guy. And for those of you that are married out there, you know that a happy life means happy wife, right? So I've been spending a lot of time with this little boy right here. His name is Beans. I've been spending a lot of time with him. And I come to realize that he likes looking out the window, but he doesn't get to move a lot. So I went out of my way to try to build him a little play area for himself so he can be his full potential. He has a condition where he wobbles his head, so he doesn't have very good coordination. And he's over here yelling at me saying that he does, but I promise you he does not. I've seen this guy fall so many times that I don't trust him by himself. So if he were to go outside, he would die instantly. So in my attempt to keep him happy and give him somewhat of a replica of being outside and climbing, I thought, let me try to build a little playground for him. So I try to look for probably like a small corner. I want to be able to not overwhelm the room. So I decided to attempt to put it in a small corner, but give him the full max capacity of being able to climb from the bottom to the top. I came to a conclusion to do this corner because I feel like that was really the only option I had. So I went looking around for the studs in the walls so I can be able to support his weight because I don't want him falling from the shelves. When you do a project like this, you always have to do this. If not, you're gonna be in trouble. For me, I don't want to be in trouble with my wife. So the idea is that I wanted him to be able to climb some posts and then hop onto some shelves. So I thought that a PVC pipe, a 3-inch diameter PVC pipe, would be the best option. So I went to Home Depot and got it, and I got some sisal rope also, which in most trees and anything that a cat scratches is usually sisal rope. So I decided to get the PVC pipe and wrap it around the whole PVC pipe. And let me tell you, if you're gonna do this, this is gonna be a long, long process. Like this is sped up to 100 times, and let me tell you, it was not fun. I was definitely cramping on my fingers, but the whole time I just had music playing, and I think that was the best option to do it. Remember when I said look for the studs? That's because studs sometimes aren't always where you want them. So I have to 3D print a custom model that will be able to drill into the stud and also hold the pole up and his weight. So here I'm drilling kind of like a top section, and then those holes are to be able to drill into the stud I have on the side. And so it's been kind of like a holder, and I want to be able to make sure that it holds him in place or holds it in place without it falling. And then I did the same thing for the bottom. And then once I had it all together, I put it into Cura and started getting ready to 3D print. This guy's just chilling, by the way, the whole time. He's just chilling watching me. I love him, I love my wife, so it really makes me happy that I was able to do this for them. Here's the model. It looked absolutely better than I thought. I decided to go with drywall anchors, and the reason for that is because I knew it would hold up his weight and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So once I have the full 3D print, and here's the print, and you see the holes are angled to the left side where my stud is, this is why I needed to custom make 3D print. So this is the full anchor and how it looks like, and once I get it through, I'll push it through and then pull it through, and then you see how it holds up the whole weight of the 3D print. So it's just not one small area. The way it's shifted throughout the whole print. And first thing you have to do is drill a hole onto the cap. The caps are really cheap, so you can always get a new one. So you don't really have to worry about if you miss drill or anything like that. So here I forgot to get the washer and it fell straight through, and I glued the cap at the bottom because I wanted it to be more sturdy, so I had to take it off. So here's my second attempt with the washer. Here's going to be the full piece assembled, so that way you don't have to have that issue or go through that mistake that I did. For me, I like to test the weight. Like I want to make sure it's going to be sturdy. So here I test and I know that I have somewhat of an idea that I know it will hold it up. But I won't really know until I am able to put it onto the wall and have both pieces on the top and bottom both put into the studs. So I didn't want it too far off the ground, so I kind of did it kind of where I knew he could jump to the top and hold on there if he needed to. I've seen him jump that high, so I knew that that would be a perfect spot if he just wanted to skip the bottom. And then I wanted to give him training wheels, enough training wheels for him to be able to at least reach the bottom on his toes. So putting it into the stud wasn't as hard as I thought. I was quick drill, but I did forget that I still need to put on the bottom piece. I decided to put it on while it was attached. The top piece was attached to the wall. For me, I just thought it was easier. I know that you probably could have done it the other way, and in the future on the second pull that I am making, I'm probably gonna do it not like this. I'm probably gonna do it top and bottom installation before I put it onto the wall. So here, it will take a while for your cat to get used to it. Like here is sped up, and you can see us trying, and then finally we had a breakthrough. He decided to get on it. And so then we went higher and higher. Some cats are treat oriented like mine, and some cats are toy oriented, depending on your cat. Usually younger cats do like toys more. You just have to know your cat. And here we finally got him to go to the top, and I knew that thing would hold forever. So I was so happy. Once I had the green light that the pole was going to hold its full weight and it was going to last me a long time, I immediately got straight to doing the next pole. Like I said before, the sisal rope took forever to wrap around the PVC. So I hated that part of it again. But I put it back on the wall. I knew the stud was on the right side, so I didn't have to 3D print anything. I just redid the print and then just flipped it over and put it against the wall. And I wanted to test out to see if he would be willing to reach the other one. That way I could get a good gauge of where to put the platform and to see if I even needed to put a platform. And for sure I needed to put a platform, so I got straight to work on it and I cut some. I figured out where I wanted to put it. I wanted to put it lower than the pole. That way he could slowly get onto the platform. I did get the first bracket screw to go into the stud just like the top pole, and the other one I just used the same drywall anchors that I used for the poles. I also did decide to wrap the top of the first pole to insist so that way he can use it to get onto the platform, but then we realized that the platform might be a little too small for him. He is a big cat, so I decided to make it larger and longer and closer to the pole. That way he could easily just climb onto it. I did use the same anchors to be able to make sure that it's sturdy, and I did push it down and check it. And then here I see him wanting to get up there, but for some reason he just doesn't want to get up there. I think it's because he doesn't have anything to grip onto. But we wanted to make sure that he seemed comfortable up there. And once I saw him get on the pole, he seemed very comfortable, and so we moved on. I decided to wrap the shelf in carpet that's similar to what we have on the ground because he tends to like it and grip on it very well. So we went ahead and tried it out, and man, it worked on the first try. We were so ecstatic that it worked and so happy. So once I knew that he got up there and that he was comfortable, like he even went to the second pole, no problem. Like I knew that I had to could get straight to work on the next shelf. So from the here on, it was very downhill. Like it just went by so fast. And sometimes the projects are like that. And I wanted to go with more of a longer route for him. That way he could lay on it if he wanted to. And I also wanted him to run a little bit from side to side. So I will add a carpet to the side of, and on this right here, it's right on top of his tower. That way, if he ever wants to, he has two entrances to the top, either the pole or the carpet. I ended up having studs where that carpet is, so I knew it was going to be secure, but I did want to put drywall screws just in case, because he does have a lot of pulling force, and like I said, I do not want to get in trouble when he falls. I also did add one more shelf right here to give him more variety on coming down or moving around. And then I am building a small little hammock area for him so he can just chill and watch my wife. For the hammock, I wanted to get some material that kind of resembled what he already has on his tower. So the idea for this is to be able to get it the same size as the poles and then kind of stitch the sides so the poles can just slip inside of the fabric, and then in the middle of the fabric we would put more of like a carpet that way it sustains his weight a little bit more and the fabric won't stretch. So here's the before picture and it looks absolutely blank, and I'm so happy that we did this and it looks so much better, and it just looks like it's his little area, like his little homey place. So it did take a while for him to get used to every single little piece. So it will take your cat a while and a little bit of training for him to get very comfortable with every little thing and trust it. There's times where this guy almost fails so many times. But I hope you enjoy this little lapse of him going through every little piece that I built for him. If you really enjoyed this video, please comment, subscribe, and like. And if you have any suggestions, just throw them down in the comments. I don't mind trying to build something that you would like and it would help me in any way, then I would definitely build it. I did end up having a lawnmower razor that the battery just died, so I do have a guide on that. If you do have one, then check this out. That way you can learn how to revive it and not spend $100 on a new one.